Oh, my goodness. And there it is. Wow. Gets it to Indigo.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Bowl TV for continued coverage of the 2021 U.S. Women's Open. My name is Aaron Smith with Bowl TV and USBC Communications, and we are ready for the final qualifying round with the entire field in play. After this round, these final 8 games, we're going to cut to the top 24 over at Double Decker Lanes, Rohnert Park, California. And for the players advancing to the top 24, they're going to have a chance to take home $100,000. They can make it through match play, make it to the CBS Sports Network final, and win it all, take home the green jacket and a piece of history to go along with it. Our scores went up a little bit today, actually quite a bit today. Let's be honest. Round 2 was tough. Scores went way up, highlighted by Sherry Tan going absolutely crazy in that final round. She averaged more than 245 for her 8-game block, including She averaged 260 for her last 6 games. So she has built up a massive lead, plus 413. But the big thing we're going to be looking at throughout the course of the round today is what that cut number is going to be when it's all said and done. We suspect it to get to plus. At the moment, it is currently minus 21, but obviously A squad has their 8 games, or excuse me, B squad has their 8 games to go. So we're going to be crunching the numbers here today as we get closer and closer to determining who's going to be making this cut. On site at Double Decker Lanes, our competitors are ready to get going. So we're going to go to the lanes first here before we bring in part of the Bowl TV crew here on site in Rohnert Park, California. Let's bring him in. Emil Williams Jr. There he is.
Aaron Smith.
EWJ. What do you say?
Well, what I say is someone's going to be very happy today. Someone's going to be disappointed today. But we could see at least some similar scores. I don't know if we're going to see what Sherry Tan did. I don't know if we'll see that. And if we do, look, that will be impressive stuff. But we're going to, see the best do what they do in a situation where obviously we're cutting to the top 24. So it's cut day, it's cut night. And that in itself is always fun. Throw in the U.S. Women's Open, a few strikes to get out there, and obviously an opportunity in the future for a big prize check. And we'll get ourselves a good night, I think, planned ahead.
I'd have to agree with you. When you referred to Sherry's performance today, we said she averaged more than 245. That's plus 367 for the block. She went for her 8 games. And that was after a 209, 198 start. After that, 288, 257, 231, 279, 229, 279.
Yeah, she shot 279 twice.
And a 288.
And right. Yeah, it's unbelievable what she did. But it just goes to show, that type of score is possible. So that's the first thing. It's out there. Is someone going to repeat what she did? That's the question. Certainly, I'm not going to rule it out by any stretch because we've certainly had the players out here who are more than capable of producing that type of block. So it'll be a wait and see. But for some, it's going to come down to count, pin count, spare shooting, etc. There's already some players kind of waiting it out, so to speak. So as this block unfolds, we'll start to see that top 24 number really take shape, see who's going to be in and out, who's going to be sweating it out. We already know, or no, potentially, right? Potentially, if let me check the numbers here. No, we didn't have any ties, right? We thought we would have this morning, but is that right?
Yep, plus 4.
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Wendy Bater Jimenez and Sydney Brummett So that could be a big thing to be looking at a little bit later today. So are the scores going to continue to go up? It went from, we were at minus 53, I believe, to start competition today. So it moved all the way up to minus 21 during the first block. But we'll get to wait and see what B Squad has in store for us. As we do that, let's go full screen here. But Emil and I will be with you throughout the course of the day, along with Curtis Von Kruger. Jason Thomas might even sneak in for a little bit as well. And as we kick things off here, we wanted to start on 15 and 16, not because of, okay, that 7-pin got out of there. Good. We wanted to take a look at Brianna Cote, who's the overall leader after 2 rounds, and put up the top block on yesterday's 40-foot flat condition. So Bria's been pretty steady, if you will, through 2 rounds. She was 86 over on our 36-foot condition to start the tournament 2 days ago. 84 over on the flat condition yesterday. And now looking to see what she has on the 46-foot pattern being used here in the final round. She's going to be joined here today by Katie Jensen and Jazriel Tan. And then over on 13 and 14, that's actually the first competition pairs in play here at Double Decker Lanes. We see Shannon O'Keefe delivering the strike, Amber Wurz, and then Misaki Mukutani here on our featured pairs. But of course, on BowlTV.com, you can watch every pair in play. So we have pairing sheets available on PWBA.com and Bowl.com as well. So you can follow your favorite athlete around as they attempt to tackle this 46-foot pattern. Of course, on those websites, you can find the rosters, the topography reports, oil pattern, and most importantly, the standings. But taking a look at A Squad and what they were able to do, and kind of the top competitors in the clubhouse at the moment. Sherry Tan overall plus 413. Liz Johnson, 6-time U.S. Women's Open champion, plus 225. Danielle McEwen. Talk about a nice finish today. 235, 248, 247, 237 to really make a big jump. She was minus entering competition today. She got all the way up to plus 150. The defending champion going to continue her title defense heading into the next 2 days. Taylor Baltice plus 115. Really nice tournament from Taylor so far. She's been super consistent across all 3 blocks. Valerie Bercier plus 101. Josie Barnes, a big day yesterday, set herself up for a big round today, all the way up to plus 91. Birgit Norreichs plus 84. Diana Zavyalova plus 75. And then this is where things get a little tricky. There's a bit of a gap after that for A Squad. We go from plus 75 with Diana Z all the way down to plus 13. Liz Culkin, the 2018 U.S. Women's Open champion. And then Wendy and Sydney, we mentioned them at plus 4, right underneath that. And then we get into the minus numbers. Maria Jose Rodriguez currently in the cut at the moment at minus 9. And then after that, those are the only players on A Squad within the top 24. Marissa Carey currently outside looking in at minus 24. Alexis Nyer had a nice little run at the end there to get to minus 34. Jillian Martin shot 255 the last game to get to minus 41. Shannon Sellens minus 47. But based off of what we've seen, we expect that minus 21 cut number to get closer to plus, if not into the plus, and maybe a little bit more. So you kind of got to think about Culkin, Wendy, and Sydney, plus 13, plus 4, and plus 4. Probably going to have a long couple of hours coming up here.
Yeah, well, that plus 4 is the one I think, and it could end up not being that close at all in one way or another. But when you know there's a tie already, it's already in the back of our minds. Like we might as well prepare, right? This could happen. I think for both players involved, if that were to happen, best case scenario is you get another game to get yourself into the number. It's interesting. I just went through that at a different event at the New Mexico Open. There was a tie for the 32nd spot. So I think that's on par for me. That's probably what's going to happen tonight. I'm sorry.
Well, there would be some familiarity here if that actually was the case, Emil, because if you remember back to 2019,
yes, there was.
There was a tie for advancing to the cashers round, I believe, and with one of those players also involved, Cindy Brummett.
Yeah, that's right. I don't remember who else was
Verity Crawley.
How about
were the two? Let me just verify the round on that. Yep, that was to make the round of 36 last year. I believe Verity got the victory in that roll-off to advance to tournament proper. Was Verity, so potentially another long day and potentially an extra game a little bit later today, but obviously a long way to go. A lot can develop. Here in our final round.
Out there from Mukatani. It's Katie Jensen.
Big hello to everybody saying hi in the Bowl TV chat.
Hello.
Great to see all you good folks once again, or hear from you at least, as we settle in for 8 more games here. For the folks who are tuned in right now on Facebook and YouTube, got a couple hundred tuned in over there. This is a friendly reminder that we will be live on those platforms only for game number 1. So after that, if you want to continue to watch, obviously the rest of qualifying here today, another qualifying round tomorrow morning before we get into match play. 1 round tomorrow, 2 on Monday. You got to pick up a subscription to bowltv.com. You can pick up an event ticket to watch the rest of qualifying and match play, $8.95. You can pick up a monthly recurring subscription, $1 more, $9.95, which gets you access not only to the live event coverage, but also all archived events in case you missed anything along the way, and the on-demand content as well. And then finally, the annual recurring subscription, the best way to support the PWBA Tour, $79.95 for that. Transaction fees do apply for all 3. If you're looking ahead on the Bowl TV schedule, wondering what is coming up next, a pair of top-tier senior events going to be taking place in Las Vegas, September 9th through the 19th. Kick things off with the Super Senior Classic for bowlers age 60 and older. Fun couple days there at Samstown before we get into the USBC Senior Masters exclusively on bowltv.com. A major on the PBA 50 Tour. Get to see all the legends of the game. The Norm Dukes, the Pete Webbers, the Walter Rays, even the Chris Barnes and Tom Hesses nowadays. I haven't seen my main man, Eugene McCune.
He's been lighting it up.
Certainly has, folks. All that coming up on Bowl TV in the next couple of weeks. Matt Cannizzaro and I will be out in Las Vegas for the excitement from Samstown. September 9th through the 19th. A shot there from Bree. She was kind enough to join us on the broadcast for a little bit during the second squad yesterday, talking about her experiences here so far, the importance of spare shooting. And a little bit more, including a fun story of when she heard about the news about the return to TV here, the CBS Sports Network, for the finals of the U.S. Women's Open, and the $100,000 top prize. It's actually getting ready to take off on a flight, along with Maria Jose Rodriguez and Nathan Bohr. And all of a sudden, Nathan started saying, "Hey, you really should check your phone right now. Some big news." So that probably made for a pretty awesome flight, not going to lie.
I mean, I think so. You get to, you learn that the event you're about to go to, which is a major, increase the prize fund, especially the first place check by $80,000. Yeah, I think, nothing could derail that flight for the rest of the time. You're nothing.
Got a nice start here from Misaki Mukutani. Player on the outside looking in, heading into today, but based off of the scoring pace we've seen out here, definitely within reach. Starting off today at -94. So some of the players on B squad who are in pretty good shape heading into competition today. We mentioned Kote at +170, Daria Payuk at +123, Stephanie Johnson +88, Shayna Ung +75, Lindsay Boomershine, Missy Parkin +39, +34 respectively, Stephanie Zavala +28. Those are the players plus on B squad. They got Jordan Richard -14, Clara Guerrero -14, Shannon O'Keefe -17, Jen Higgins -21, all starting this round within the cut numbers. So they can continue to move on. Players on the outside looking in to start: Elise Bolton -52, New Wei Finn -54, Shannon Pluhowski -57, Shalyn Zulkifli -75, Deandra Aspady, one of just 9 players yesterday to go plus on the 40-foot condition, -91, Brianna Clemmer -92, Misaki -94, and then Rocio Restrepo and Daphne Tan both at -118. We're watching Jazzy Tan right now. She's at -133, and then Verity Crawley -139. Arguably the biggest run of the day in the opening block, courtesy of Kelly Kulik, who got within 1 pin of the cut during that round. Unfortunately, lost a little steam at the end in her final 2 games, ended up at -81. But Kelly was making a run after finding herself in 51st place after 2 rounds. Gotta give a tip of the hat to the 17-year-old standout as well, Jillian Martin, who was in a similar situation, pretty far into things pretty far back going into things today. He went 200 over in that final block to get to -41, but not looking to be enough based on everything we've kind of been seeing here today.
It was unfortunate what we saw at the end of that round. And you never know when it could happen, and it certainly didn't seem like it would happen because the trajectory was going so well. Every pair seemed like it was meant to be a good one for Kelly, and I think it was 25 and 26 in Game 7. And on this, all it takes is a couple of frames, especially when you're trying to make that type of run. Generally speaking, getting off to a good start in every game is what happens. She had been doing that. And I don't remember, but I don't think she got her first strike until maybe the fourth, fifth frame, something like that. A couple splits in that. Not the 4-9 late, ended up making it, but only get to 171. Even more, or even tougher, probably, is I think Kelly overall had a really good season, especially in comparison to how she's been feeling in previous years on tour. Obviously, a win just on the show again last week, and has had a few opportunities. So, yeah, you feel like you just knew Kelly was going to be in the top 24, no matter obviously the way she started the first two blocks. But unfortunately, it did not work out well today.
Cote looking for one more here to set up her 10th. .245 still out there for the two-time PWBA Tour champion.
She can have a Sherry 10 type of day. When we talked to her yesterday, I was, partly joking, but definitely serious. Talking about, we're talking about our spare game, but I mentioned, she definitely knows and is used to striking a lot. And so she has a propensity to strike when she gets them going, because she's also very good at repeating and doesn't have to do too much with the bowling ball. I mean, it's very easy for her to get from A to B.
Speaking of Bree and striking, yeah, she's been known to toss a couple from time to time, including in just normal league play. I believe both of those were in league back in the 2009-2010 season. Won the USBC National Female High Series Award. Nice little 861. And then added on to it in 2014 with an 879 series.
I think we talked either yesterday and probably the day or 2 days before. When did we start the tournament? What's today? Saturday?
Today's Saturday. Yep. We started Thursday. Technically.
Thursday, I think we had a chat conversation about high games, high series. I think in here 879, and I think, yep, still trying to get to 800.
Still time, my friend. Sunday Night League starting up soon.
What's happening? Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon. What kind of time are we talking about here?
That's the best time.
This could be prime Bears time.
It's actually the worst time.
Mm.
Yeah, the worst time. 8 pins indeed, Jennifer. Yes, JP. I just try to overlook it so I wouldn't get upset about it. Talking about the 8 pin. But yes, it is. We will have to discuss the Bears via text like normal, but I probably won't really watch the whole game, which probably is a good thing.
That's the second time we've seen Shannon kind of stop a shot like that. That's a second 7-10 for Cote there. But we saw O'Keefe pull up not quite like, or actually more so than that one, a day or two ago, where she was basically decided to not let go right at the line. Going to reset after that 8 pin. Going to be in the two teams here, so moving in the right direction. Going to be pretty close to plus. 211 for Cote final tally. Jazriel Tan 224.
We had a couple people in the chat earlier notice the propensity of pocket 710s this morning and into the afternoon. So that's something to kind of still keep in mind. Could see several of those today. We saw one with 3. I think Beer Get may have had 2 or 3 in one game. Something else to keep in mind also. Obviously, Sherry Tan was exceptional today. And but she's left-handed. Which means that and Angie had a few good games today as well. And so keep an eye on Shannon Puhowski and how she rebounds from yesterday's 40-foot flat as well.
O'Keefe now will get to -2. And Jazriel Tan, that 224, can start chipping away at the difference here, trying to make a run. She was at -133. So she'll get to -109 here. Seven left to go. All right, everybody, that is going to wrap up game 1 here. B squad, round 3 of qualifying at the 2021 U.S. Women's Open. For those of you watching on Bold TV, we're going to take just a quick reset here as we get ready for game 2 upcoming. For the folks watching on Facebook and YouTube, we certainly appreciate you swinging on by, checking out the action here from game number 1. If you'd like to continue doing today and the rest of the week leading up to the CBS Sports Network Finals on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, got to head over to boldtv.com, pick up a subscription, and join the fun, join the community. We have a good time out here. Bold TV chat, the place to be, and giveaways as well. That's right. Every round here this week, going to have a giveaway, including looking ahead to match play, a bowling ball, brand new bowling ball. One each round will be up for grabs, so you don't want to miss that. But the only way you can check that out and win is by becoming a member of the Bold TV community. So we hope to see you there. But right now, going to take a quick break. We'll be back for game 2, final round of qualifying here at the 2021 U.S. Women's Open.